So the narcissist blame shifting, which is a form of the narcissist gaslighting, as they're failing to take responsibility for their own behaviour by passing the blame over to you. They're not looking at their inadequacies, they're looking to protect themselves by devaluing you, by confusing you, and you can't argue with a narcissistic person, because the more you try to explain yourself to them, the more they're going to use those explanations against you to bait you into reacting to them so that they can blame everything on you. You have to state your point of view once if needed and then leave them to it, because they will double down to prove that they are right. So some ways a narcissistic person will shift the blame is they might have forgotten to bring something that they promised to bring, and instead of just saying, oh yes, sorry, I forgot, so they're going to turn around and say, you forgot to remind me. Trying to explain to them that it's not your responsibility to remind them isn't going to go well, because it's going to question their sense of superiority and they're going to seek to take you down with them. When you've planned something that they don't want to do and you might have wrote it on the calendar in black and white for them to see, they're going to just turn around and say, you never told me, even though you know you told them. And the more you get drawn into that argument of trying to explain that you've told them, the more they're going to frustrate you and put you in a mood, and then they're going to turn around and say, who'd want to go with you in a mood like this? When they've done something to hurt you, their behaviour, their responsibility, their actions, they're going to turn around and say, you made me do it. Which, it's heartbreaking when someone can provoke you into reacting out of character. However, we are responsible for our own actions. A narcissistic person might just turn around and say, it's your fault. When they've hurt you, they're just going to turn around and claim, it's your fault. It's not your fault. Their behaviour, their responsibility. When they cheat on you, they could turn around and go, if you'd have paid me more attention, I wouldn't have gone elsewhere. Doesn't matter how much attention you give to a narcissist, they're seeking excessive attention, therefore they're still going to go elsewhere. When they've hurt your feelings because they're insensitive people who lack empathy, they're going to turn around and accuse you of being too sensitive. They're not going to take responsibility for being insensitive. They're going to accuse you of being too sensitive. When they provoke feelings of jealousy within you or trust issues within you, instead of taking responsibility for their behaviour, they're going to accuse you of being jealous, of having trust issues. When you react to their behaviour, they're going to accuse you of overreacting so that they can downplay their behaviour to protect themselves.